What's up, YouTube? My name is Rodney. Um, I'm starting this YouTube channel because I recently got into the truck driving career, and I wanted to document the journey I was making and steps I'm taking, and hope that it'll help, other people that's trying to take the journey as well. I recently graduated trucking school on August the 18th, so I'm a fairly new graduate. Right now, I'm in Nashville, Texas. Well, Lebanon, Texas. But I came here to Nashville. Out of CDL school, I signed on with Western Express. They flew me out here, fairly quickly to orientation. Yeah, man, this it's something. For those that may be interested in coming to Western Express, I don't want to talk, too down on it, because I feel like you got to make your own, personal decisions and make your own personal choices about, where you want to go and what's best for you. But in my experience, it wasn't enjoyable for me. For those that want to know how orientation is, it's pretty simple, but also very misleading, in my opinion. First day, when you fly out here, well, you can, they'll fly you, or you can get a bus ticket, or you can drive your own car and they'll reimburse you. They normally choose what's best for you. I came to Tennessee from Texas, so they flew me because it was actually cheaper than a bus ticket, believe it or not. So they fly you out here. They meet you at the terminal, with a shuttle. The shuttle that they picked me up in wasn't too bad. I've heard stories about this old raggedy bus they had, but the shuttle they picked me up in, it wasn't bad. Maybe they got something new. I don't know. But immediately from leaving the terminal, you're going to go somewhere. You're going to be like, what the fuck am I looking at? So they take you to Hallmark Inn. That's the company-owned hotel that they have where all the truckers and trainees stay at while they're there for orientation or otherwise. And, personally, I don't know how you like to live. That wasn't my kind of living, but it's doable. You just there to get your orientation. So you wake up about, 5. You want to be there down there because the bus normally runs at 6. And they feed you breakfast. The breakfast, like a donut and a fruit and some orange juice or grapefruit juice, whatever it was. They load you up. They take you to orientation. They file you all in this classroom. You all go to this classroom or the cafeteria. And they just sit you there, and they bring you out, slowly. They scan your information, your CDL, your DOT med card. By the way, if you got your DOT med card, you need to bring your loan form. That means all sheets, like 5 sheets. You can't just bring the card. If you don't have all 5 sheets, they're going to make you retake a DOT physical at their facility. And once you do that, they tell you, you have a road test that day, and you have to get done with your training modules. So they send you close to 50 videos on 10th Street that you have to get completed before go to the next step, or they'll tell you it got to be done that day. If not that day, you'll be doing it all day that next day before you go to the classroom. So you do your road test. Road test is honestly, if you can't pass that road test, then you probably shouldn't have your CDL, in my opinion. It's right around the block. It's not even a 10-minute drive. You come back, you got to get done with your module. They have a little classroom for you to sit in or not. If you do complete all your modules before you get there, after you get done with your road test, they'll give you a ticket and say, you can go back to the hotel early. Then the second day you come in, you're going to go to a classroom where they're going to talk to you about, just different things like the life of a trucker, different things you need to know, pre-trip, et cetera, et cetera. And then third day, you get seated, and they try to get you a trainer. Your trainer, you might get a trainer the next day, you might get a trainer next week. You never know. If you're there for flatbed, or you're in the flatbed division, you gotta do 3 more days of securement training. Pay for orientation, it's not what you think it is. You might well not be getting paid for orientation. What happened with me was my third day, I came in and they wanted me to do, I had to start it. I was doing flatbed. I was going to do flatbed regional in Texas. And so on the third day, they wanted me to start my load securement classes, like right after they started talking to me about lease purchase. And we'll talk about lease purchase in a whole nother video. So I asked my recruiter about this 3-day load securement class. To my understanding, they was not gonna pay us for that. They didn't pay us anything really for orientation, but they said they wasn't gonna pay us for the load securement class or the time that would have been waited between getting out of orientation and getting into a truck with your trainer. So you were just gonna be like just dry sitting until it was time to go. So what happened with me was my third day, because you start to realize in between day 1 and day 2, really day 1, you start to realize like if this is something that you want to do as far as like with this company, because you can like feel the BS, kind of like, okay, somebody lying. Day 3, when they told me that, I was so upset. I went to a hotel, and it just so happened another company had been calling me all day and leaving me voicemail. So I hit them back like, boom. I'm at the Hallmark now. I hit them at like, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I took a job. I took an offer at Western Express. I'm over here at their training. So the recruiter for this other company is kind of like, huh? Like, you chose to go there. Why? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't do that. So I'm like telling him, I'm trying to play the game. Like, well, they offered me this. They doing this and that and the third for me. And the guy, the other company, the recruiter I'm on the phone with, he's like, well, we can do better. I can do this for you. I can do that for you. So I say, what I got to do? I'm like, man, I'm here now. I'm not liking what you want me to do. So he says, if you can hold out for another day, I can get you a ticket, to a terminal they wanted me to train out of for this company. So I'm like, all right, whatever, I lay down and I take a nap. I'm getting ready to, get the night started because I had a friend that was here. I gotta get the night started and, just thug it out. He called me back like 40 minutes after that and was like, hey, man, I got an opportunity for you, If you really, don't want to be there, I can get you out of there today, I can take you to this terminal that's closer than where you would have to fly to, and you can start orientation the next day, for this particular company. I'm not gonna say the company's name because I just, I said, yeah, let's go. So he said, all right. He immediately books me a hotel, books me a Uber to come get me from the Hallmark, take me to the airport and send me directly to the next terminal, and I started orientation. So it worked out straight for me because, when one door closed, another one opens. But I said all that to say, Western Express is a second chance company. So of course it's gonna be, if they accept the one thing, everything not gonna be as good as other big name companies, depending on, what issues you got behind your name. A difference in this company, at Hallmark, rundown hotel, I like to believe how you treat people in the beginning is how you're gonna treat them during the process and after the process. I like to feel like, they put us in a room with a roommate, a complete stranger, you don't know them. And I know what some people probably saying, well, you're gonna be in a truck with a trainer that you don't know. But when you're coming into orientation, you're already stressed out because you want this job, right? Like you're trying to do the best you can, but also trying to make this transition as smooth as possible from, orientation to training to solo driving or whatever you decide to do after that. So it's pretty stressful because you're trying to make sure that you're on top of your shit, So for them to put you in this, situation where I don't know this person, I gotta sleep next to this person. You might have somebody that's filthy, you might have somebody that's loud, you might have somebody that's snoring loud. Like, it aggravates you to a point where it's hard to tolerate it. And so, the company that hit me up, man, they put me on a nice hotel. Like, I'm here now, like, it's nice, I'm by myself. The orientation that I have is 2 days. They pay you, like $600 for your orientation, and then $900 every week you training. You know what I'm saying? So, and you only train, you train here, for a certain amount of time to be on your own. Yeah. So, anybody that's thinking about going to Western Express, I say, do it if you have to do it. But if this, don't go trying to chase the money, because that money that they market to you on these ads, that ain't. If you're a new CDL driver with no experience, they ain't talking to you. And most of the pay they talking about, 'cause I know a lot of y'all see like them ads like, oh, you can make $30,000 a year, $100,000 a year. No, they talking about like trainer pay, base pay, bonuses. None of this is accessible to you, like fresh out of CDL school. So I don't think you even finna come close to touching that. And then a lot of stuff they talking about, like within the lease purchase program, like I said, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother time. So yeah, that's just that on that, But make sure that when you're choosing a company, that you really do vet it, find out what works best for you. Find out, are they taking you as serious as you taking them? Because at the end of the day, it got to be a nice working relationship. And making sure that you're going to stay healthy mentally, because as a truck driver, man, it's already stressful enough making the transition from school or whatever to a company trying to, make your name and prove yourself. So don't put yourself under extreme work conditions because you feel like you got to take the first choice that's coming out, and, actually take the time to vet them. If you can, because I know people got certain stuff behind their name. I get that. But if you can, give yourself time, give yourself grace to figure out something that works for you. In my, opinion of Western Express, I'm going to rate it, a 4 out of 10. That's just me, and it just wasn't for me. Everybody out there, man, I hope you safe. I hope you find love, and I hope you find peace. Other than that, I'll holler at you.